delightful last year.
Good to be here. It's our big moment.
To rise and shine, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell my kids when I write them in the morning. Good morning, it's time to rise and shine. All right, say your name.
Lane McMillan.
No, you don't have to look down, just say it. Now speak up.
Lane McMillan.
Okay,
Jacob East.
okay. You know.
Climb me a mountain. I'm gonna ride down the river. See corn on the meadow, blueberry jelly on the vine. There's a little country church brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County. It is a beautiful day. The sun's not up yet. I think it may be a little bit cloudy, but it's about 40 degrees. You will need a sweater, but no frost on your windshield this morning. Well, I didn't have any, and maybe in the higher elevations you might, but not this morning. We have lots of guests with us this morning. We are delighted to have people from our Dudley Elementary School, and we're going to start off this morning by letting these our first two guests introduce themselves, and then we're going to talk about what's going on over at Dudley. So we have.
My name is Jacob East, and I am the physical education teacher at Dudley Elementary.
Okay, great. And we
Hi,
have?
my name is Lane McMillan. I am in 5th grade.
You're in 5th grade. Okay. So what do we want to talk about this morning? What's going on over at Dudley?
So we've been working on a Kids Heart Challenge to help people with sick hearts and how to help our bodies.
Okay. So what are we going to do? What kind of a program have we got going?
Well, this is a fundraiser that our school has been doing for many years. We're raising money for the American Heart Association through a fundraiser called Kids Heart Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And the fundraiser runs for about 2 or 3 weeks, and we raise as much money as we can, and we get that money to the American Heart Association so they can use it in ways that they see fit.
Okay, so now what do these kids do to raise this money?
So we do all online donations, so they have to download an app on a cell phone or a tablet, or they can go to a website. And once they get registered with Dudley Elementary School, they can go around and ask people that they know, maybe their grandparents, aunt or uncle, if they'd like to donate money for the American Heart Association. They would say, hey, we're raising money at Dudley for people that have sick hearts. Would you like to donate to us? And that money goes straight to the American Heart Association. And they get credit for how much money that each student raises, and they get thank you gifts in return.
Okay, now do they, I see something on here about participating in jump rope. Do they sponsor them to do this?
It used to be called Jump Rope for Heart, but they've changed the name now to Kids Heart Challenge. PE teachers are allowed to teach whatever they want while we do Kids Heart Challenge. I choose to kind of go with that Jump Rope for Heart theme and do jump roping while we do Kids Heart Challenge because it's a good exercise for the heart, and I try to teach that as Kids Heart Challenge goes on.
Okay, so like if I wanted to, say a child called and asked me for a donation, say say Lane called me and said, oh, bless you, and would you like to sponsor me to jump rope? Do they do that, or is that's just a healthy exercise they do?
They could definitely call you or send you a text message, and they would have a link for you to press on, and it would send you to the Kids Heart Challenge website, and you could donate directly to Lane if Lane sends you that text message. It's pretty cool what they can do. You could also send email. Lane could send emails to people that he knows, people that his parents know, and it just tells them that he's doing Kids Heart Challenge and they're raising money for people that have special hearts. And if you'd like to donate, just click this button, and if they click the button, they can go in and donate it however much they want, $1 up to hundreds of dollars.
Okay, well that's cool. So usually, how much do you all usually raise?
So last year was the best year that Dudley Elementary has ever had. We raised $7,500,
Wow.
and our enrollment was just over 200 last year. This year our enrollment's a little bit lower. We're over 5,000 this year, so still a good year of donations, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has donated to our students, and thank you to our students for all their hard work.
Well, that is wonderful. So are you, have you been participating in getting people to sponsor you for this fundraiser?
Yes, I usually ask my grandparents and stuff like that if they would like to give me money to raise for the Kids Heart Challenge.
And I'm sure they're very willing to help you, probably aunts and uncles, maybe cousins. Yeah. I know my granddaughters are always doing things at their school out at Reed Mountain, and I'm always willing to send money to help them with whatever they're doing. For grandparents are kind of like that, you know. They kind of like those grandkids to help them out any way that we can. All right, anything else you all want to add about anything else?
60 minutes a day, or get some sort of play 60 minutes every single day. Make sure you're eating those healthy foods, and remember that water is the best thing that you can drink instead of those sugary drinks that kids like to drink.
You know, I've kind of gotten out of that in my old age, and I do drink water a lot more, and once in a while I'll treat myself to a carbonated drink, but very rarely. You know, usually if I do, it's like ginger ale.
Absolutely.
I stay away from the dark carbonated drinks. I guess in your old age, you have to do things like that, even though in your younger years you prepare for when you're getting to be my age. Okay, so you also, you've participated in CPR lessons and signs of stroke?
Yes, if the students get registered online or on an app on your phone, there's something called Finn's Mission, and Finn, he was diagnosed with heart issues as a baby, and he had 18 heart surgeries, and he's kind of the face of Kids Heart Challenge. And if you complete Finn's Mission on the website or on the Kids Heart Challenge app, there's a couple of things that you have to do to complete that mission, and some of them are completing CPR lessons, so you learn hands-only CPR if you complete Finn's Mission just by watching a video and taking a little quiz. It's just a couple question quiz. And also the warning signs of a stroke is also on that checklist of finishing Finn's Mission, where they watch a video on the warning signs of stroke as well and take a little quiz on that, just so they kind of understand what to look for and what to do. And I think it's really good to learn at a young age what to look for and what to do in case you ever do get into a situation where someone needs CPR, or you see someone that may be showing the warning signs of stroke, so that kids will know, what to do. Call 911 and also know how to complete that CPR if no one else is around.
And that's always good to know. I know a friend of mine was having a heart attack, and his son did CPR on him until the rescue squad got there, and it saved his life.
Right, absolutely.
Okay. So Lane, I know when you all came on the show last year, you all had to go through a process to get to be on the show. Did you all have to do that this year? Did you have to apply, maybe?
Kinda. At the beginning of the year, we filled out these forms for to be on the announcements and stuff, and they would pick them of who they would choose, and then a couple weeks ago, Dr. Newell came and asked us if we would be okay with coming on the show, and we were chosen by our teachers and stuff like that.
Okay. So you had to go through a little process there to get to be on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's impressive that you all have that plan in motion out there at Dudley Elementary, and we're just so glad that you got up early this morning and came to be on the show. Now, we have anything else you want to add before we take just a little break here and bring some more students on?
No, I want to say thank you to Lane for being up here with me. Lane's one of our top fundraisers for Kids Art Challenge, so it was great to have him here with me today.
All right. Well, thank you, and we thank you so much. Appreciate you coming. All right, we're going to take just a short break, and we got some more students to come on, and we're going to do a little switch around, play some musical chairs here. So stay with us. We'll be right back. have students and teachers and principals from Dudley Elementary with us this morning, and we have two more young ladies that are going to tell us about some of the things they do out at Dudley Elementary. So we're going to let them introduce themselves, and I told them I don't bite, so they need to not be nervous, so we're just going to have a good time this morning. So first we have Eleanor, and Eleanor Liga, her mother and I work together, sometimes at the Giroux Center, and I've seen Eleanor over there and her sister. And we have?
My name is Chandlin.
Chandlin Phillips?
Yes.
Well, everybody wants to know who you are, such pretty girls up here this morning. So let's talk about some of the student roles out there at Dudley Elementary, some of the things that you do. Like maybe getting ready for the morning announcements. How do you help?
I'm one of the people that is speaking. We say, like, we do, trying to think.
Probably type some announcements for them?
Yes, we have people that type for it because we type up because some people might get nervous and they might not want to, I don't think they can come up with something right off the base.
Okay.
So they have words that are written on the screen.
To give them a kind of a hint?
Yes.
Kind of like a teleprompter?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have some people that will do recordings on their iPad, maybe?
Yes.
So have you ever been a timekeeper, Eleanor? Have you ever kept time for them?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've done some announcements on there too?
Mhm.
Okay. So you have an anchor? You have one person that kind of leads the announcements?
Yes, we have like two teachers. We have like Miss Gallimore, and she'll be right there, and she'll also help us to make sure that we don't mess up on something, because sometimes we make accidents that we don't know that we made.
Okay, so when you start your announcements, how do you all start out in the mornings?
We'll start off with, hello, I'm the host, my name is Chandlin, and this is my co-host, Eleanor. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance,
Okay.
and then the Dudley Pledge.
Okay. And then I bet if somebody's got a birthday, do you wish them happy birthday?
Yes, we say we have Dudley birthdays, and that we say their name, and then we tell them to go down to the office for their birthday pencil.
Oh, get a birthday pencil. We do that at our school too. Well, see, you all are getting ready someday to fill in my shoes right here.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. Then I bet Eleanor, do you tell them what they're going to have for lunch?
Yes.
So you kind of go over the lunch menu so that everybody will know if they get a whetting of their appetite.
Yeah.
Maybe have spaghetti or hot dogs or pizza?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you do an interview maybe for your,
Leaders of the month.
pardon? Say it again.
Leaders of the month.
Okay.
Yeah, we interview them. Say I was the leader of the month in February. So everybody who's on the morning announcements, somebody would be chosen, and you would interview them. So I remember always going around the school and picking like students from like 3rd grade and pre-K and everything.
Okay. All right, and so you have a quote of the day. Do you all get to pick that, or does Dr. Newell pick that? Or
We just have like stuff like with the jokes too. We have a joke book,
okay.
and we have like some quotes that we find.
It's always fun to start the day off with a little laugh, isn't it? And a smile. Do you know smiles are contagious? Do you know if I sit here and smile at you long enough, you're going to smile back at me? Go ahead, come on. You seriously, I try this at school when the kids are coming in, and some of them come in and look all forlorn, and they don't look like they're having a very good day, and I'll just sit there and smile because I'm out in the front office, and they'll end up smiling back. So that's the reason we say smiles are contagious. If you smile at somebody, you give one away. Did you know that? Well, now we do, okay? Okay, I'm sitting here smiling at you. Come on, Elder. All right. Then we've just had a special event in the month of February. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Black History Month?
Yes, we have our librarian, Mr. Rickard. He will come on to the morning announcements, and he'll show books with some people about the Black history. And like in the library, we have a bunch of books about Black history that are just up for people to see.
Okay. We got some other things that I think it's so nice that you all do. Want to tell us about the Big Buddy program you have?
Yes, 5th graders will go with kindergartners, and they will have big buddies, and like we'll eat lunch with them, we'll go outside with them, and like for Christmas we made snowmen out of paper, and it was fun. I always remember having my big buddy when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, that's so nice to adopt somebody in kindergarten. I know when my son was in kindergarten, they did that at Boonesville Elementary. That's been a long time ago. So you help maybe put the flags up in the morning?
Mhm.
Have you ever helped to do that, Eleanor?
She
No?
doesn't do it, but I do it
You do
with some of my friends in the mornings. See, like we fold the American flag in a triangle like everybody else does, but we take the time to do it, and we take as long as we need to do it. And sometimes we'll say the pledge after we put it up in the mornings because we're supposed to say it.
Right. And you know, what's the one thing you never let that American flag do?
Never let it fall to the ground.
That's right, exactly. You got an A on that one. So when the school board members came out, I bet they were appreciative. What did you all do for them?
Well, I wasn't the one that did stuff for them because it was like Lane and other students that did it.
But you took them on a tour to let them see your
Yes.
school. And I'm sure that some of the new school board members probably had never been to Dudley Elementary, and they sure appreciated that, being able to tour your school.
Yes.
That would be neat. So, let's see. Is there anything else that you two would like to add before we switch off?
Eleanor, do you have anything?
No.
No, I don't think so.
All right, let me see. I'm going to give away my smile to you. Hey, there we go. There we go. Eleanor, we got her to smile this morning. It's early in the morning for these kids to be out, and I know, I do appreciate them coming early this morning. They're looking so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Well, Weir, anything else you want to add before we switch off again?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take just another short break. Fill up your coffee cup. We have more students coming on to tell us about more programs that they have going on at Dudley Elementary. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Rise and Shine. We've had our lovely students on and our phys ed teacher, and now we're going to hear from our PTO president and the principal out there in Dudley. We're going to let them introduce themselves, and then we're going to talk about things that they've been doing out at Dudley. So we have.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Newell. I'm the principal there, and we've had a great year. We've had a lot of activities, and the PTO has been super active and really involved in everything we do, and it's been a joy this year, and we have a lot of great things to share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Megan Brown, and I am the president of the PTO at Dudley Elementary.
We thank you so much for taking on that role. I was just telling him when my kids came through Boone's Mill, I was on the Ways and Means. So, and we raised a lot of money, and we helped buy the playground equipment there. So, all right, let's talk about things that you all do. Who wants to go first? Megan?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. We schedule out different fundraisers throughout the year to raise money to be able to provide different types of grants for things that our teachers may need, to do fun activities for the kids, and to be able to give back to them, and just to support our teachers and our kids, and have that ability to be able to do that.
Okay, so some of the things that you do with the fundraising money that you earn, like monthly snacks for the teachers?
Yeah, sure. We try to support our teachers, even if it's just something like a monthly snack that we do once a month. We'll go out and buy a bunch of different little goodies and drinks for them, and put it out. So, sometimes you have a hard day, and just a little snack at the end of the day is something to kind of just cheer you up and get you through the rest of the day. So we do try to support our teachers with snacks each month.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate that.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
always at the end of the day, you've gone through being there for 7.5 hours with those kids. You need a little pick-me-up. So, and field trips that you may take?
Yeah, we recently, the PTO was able to sponsor and pay for the children to go to the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs hockey game. So we were able to pay for all of our students. We had, I believe, 100% participation with that field trip. And so we paid for the kids to be able to go and enjoy that, and to the bus drivers to be able to drop them safely over there and back. And all of our teachers were able to attend. And I believe we even had roughly about 30 parent chaperones to attend that field trip as well.
That was fun. I went to a hockey game many years ago, and I got so upset because they were hitting each other with the hockey sticks, and I'm like, it was too much for me. It didn't. I'm not sure at this age now my heart could take it. Maybe they're safer now than they were back then, but
This was an exhibition game, so the Coliseum was filled with elementary age children. So they had it was the Rail Yard Dogs in different color shirts, and they played. They had a lot of fun. The kids cheered. It was great, but they didn't have any fighting or anything like that happen.
Okay, good. Maybe they were on their good behavior.
Right.
They were doing an example. Well,
Exactly.
yeah, for these kids. Okay, so you have now tell me about, this is interesting, teacher grants for books, carpet, and things like that. How do you do that?
Yeah, certainly. So we have a way for our teachers to reach out to us and let us know about things that they may need for their classroom, or things that they want to do with their students. And so they will present to us how much they need and what they need it for. And our PTO board will vote on passing that grant. So we've had this year teachers that have needed books for the classroom, new carpet, classroom carpets, playground benches. Our playground, we needed a new fence to go around our front playground to keep our children safe. So we were able to provide all of those different grants for our teachers in our school to improve and make sure that they had all the things necessary.
Well, that's wonderful that you can do that. So all these things take money. So tell me, share about some, I'm always interested in this too, things that you do to raise money.
Yeah, sure. Our biggest fundraiser is our Color Fund Run. And we usually do that at the beginning of the year, around in September or October. And it's a super fun event, so our students are able to try to raise money by asking their family and friends to sponsor them. And we go around asking local businesses for their sponsorship as well. They have different levels so that they can earn up to a banner that we display on our playground out front. But all the money that's raised goes towards Dudley Elementary, and then on the day of the event, the kids get a special t-shirt and they run around our track, and the teachers get to throw this powder on them. And it's a big mess, but the kids love it. And it is definitely one of our top fundraisers. I think this year we raised over $10,000.
Wow. Now, when you say you throw things on, now what does that indicate?
So they get colored in color.
Okay.
So it's a colored powder, and they just run around. We have a mister so the kids get a little wet so the color sticks a little better. We give them sunglasses and bandanas to make sure that they're safe and nothing gets in their eyes or mouth. And they just get to run and have fun. We play music, and they love getting color just dumped in their hair, and I think we spend weeks afterwards trying to get it off, but it's something that they really enjoy, and it's been going on for a very long time, I think, at Dudley. So that's definitely our top fundraiser. Friday night, March 1st, we just had our recent fundraiser for the first time. We partnered with Fun and Games Arcade at the lake. So students and their families could come out during that time frame, play games, hang out with their friends, and the arcade allowed us to have 25% of all sales that night. And we just were notified that we actually raised $444 just in one night. And so far I've heard lots of good feedback from that fundraiser as well. I think the kids really enjoyed being able to hang out with their friends and just run around and have fun.
Well, it does sound like fun. Fun and games. All right, so now we see, excuse me, skate night. So where do you hold that?
Skate night was something new that we tried this year, and it was also very successful. Firehouse Skate Family Center in Vinton, they have a fundraising opportunity where we sell tickets to our Dudley families for $5, and that allows them to get in to skate. We keep 100% of the $5 that is sold, and then they have the option to upgrade at the event to get an unlimited pass to be able to do all the other extra activities, but they don't have to upgrade either. But that night we raised $1,200.
Wow. How about that? And you know, you're having fun and you're not having to buy some expensive candy or something that you may not really want, and this all goes at 100%. That's wonderful. I think that's great. I would rather just make a donation myself than to have to buy cookies that I don't need or candy.
Exactly. We're definitely trying to make sure the activities that we do is something fun that the kids can actually participate in while we're raising money. That's, I think, very important for us.
And I think that's neat that on some of these fundraisers that 100% goes to you, and you don't have to share it with somebody else. And I think we thank the sponsors that you do this.
Yes.
That's very much appreciated that they participate with you and let you keep all the money.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So then I see sometimes up on signs up at Bojangles or Dairy Queen that you have restaurant nights. Is that something that you all participate with?
Yes, we still do our monthly restaurant nights. We have partnered with Benny's Pizza, El Rio at Westlake, and Bojangles, I guess in the Westlake area too. All three of those restaurants have partnered with us this year. So we kind of alternate, and we'll have one night where we'll go to each different restaurant, and sometimes our teachers will come out and try to, get their class to come and participate. And we've kind of been keeping track, trying to see which teacher can have the most participation. But we also have homework passes that we give out to the students that do participate. So I know students and parents like that homework pass, so we do try to help, get them to come out that way as well.
Well, that's wonderful. And it's very encouraging too. Well, it's encouraging to the students. Hey, Mom, Dad, I want to go get a homework pass.
Exactly.
And then maybe there's something special. Parents are doing that night. They'd like a homework pass too. So they make sure that the kids don't have homework to do if they have a special thing that they're doing. Well, that is so exciting, and it's wonderful that you're so active, and we thank you for taking on the job of PTO president. That's a lot of work.
Thank you.
I know from years ago. Well, Dr. Newell, I see you're just sitting here shining because you're just so proud of this school.
I really did want Megan to have the opportunity to share quite a bit because she does quite a lot of work. We have such an active board. When our board gets together. It's never a moment to dread. Everybody's there. We're always giving ideas. It's a lot of positive energy in the board this year. And one thing I really love is they don't want the kids to go door to door and sell cookies and candy and wrapping paper, but they want the kids to have fun with Color Fun Run and skate and fun and arcade. And so they're really thinking about the kids even through the fundraisers. But when it comes time to spend the money, they really do want to treat both the teachers and the children. They'll say, what can we do for the teachers this month, and what can we do for the kids this month? And they do a lot for both sides. I know on Teacher of the Year week, they always sponsor a meal or something really special like that, and then snacks throughout the year. But the kids, sometimes they're there to spend money and raise money at a restaurant night or skate night or something, but sometimes they get to do activities just for free. They've hosted some popcorn on a movie day or something like that, and just they always want to make sure the kids are having fun and that the teachers are supported. And the money's really generous. It's really nice. Our school board money really does the nuts and bolts of learning, but everything that they're doing is really icing on the cake to make Dudley such a fun place. And I love it when a teacher has a really nice idea that can be really expensive. All they have to do is fill out a grant, and the board will support it. We have a 4th grade teacher this year who wants to reenact all of the American history. And so the board has bought the school day and to the school year that really make it a lot of fun for parents, for children, for teachers. They kind of have a way of bringing us all together in a positive light.
And when you're doing something, you're having fun, you'll want to keep on doing it.
That's right. Yeah,
and you'll want to come and want to do.
Right.
And I think that's wonderful. It's always good to be fun. And like I told Eleanor, when you've got kids smiling, they're contagious.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's hard to get on a set, and I'm really proud of them because they came on the set and spoke, for us, or just gave us, a nice face of Dudley. They represented a full student body that was really having a great year and really experiencing quite a bit, learning quite a bit. It's just great to see all those folks come together for teachers and parents and
Well, I
students.
think they did a great job, and
They did.
they're the only school so far that has brought students, the elementary kids on, and I'm just thrilled that they come on because we get to look forward to them coming to the middle school in the fall. So we've got some wonderful students to look forward to.
Yeah.
I said when the ones were on last year, I didn't know whether I would be there when they got to the Giroux Center or not. We'll see. Our retirement's that light kind of looming at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it's fun to be on the set. It's fun for the students to come to see your studio and to see what it looks like. We have a green screen and cameras and things like that at school for our announcements. So it's really nice for them to come to a cable station and see a real live show and be a part of it. And I think it's something they'll remember. And it's also kind of nice to sit in the background and watch the screens, watch the advertisements, kind of see how the whole day fits together for a cable station. So thanks for providing this for them.
Well, we so much appreciate you coming and sharing what's going on out at Dudley. And you will be able to see today. Now, our show will air again today at 2:30 and at 5 o'clock on Cable 12.
Okay.
But if you don't get Cable 12, you can go on Facebook and go up in the corner to the magnifying glass, click on that and type in Cable space 12, and Rise and Shine will pop up, and then you just like it or follow it. Then it will let you know when Rise and Shine is on.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
Jamey has told us that it's going to be right on today. So parents, you want to come in and tune in either at 2:30 or 5 o'clock on Cable 12, or go on to Facebook or YouTube. Now I'm not sure how you get on YouTube. I don't do that, but I do Facebook. And you can go in and see the students and their faculty members that have come from Dudley Elementary.
Well, that's nice. They're stars now, and they can go back and watch themselves,
Absolutely.
and their friends can watch.
Yes.
It's a lot.
If you want to give
fun.
autographs.
Right. It's a lot of fun to have the students here. It really is.
Well, I just so much appreciated coming out early in the morning. Well, thank you again for coming. We're going to take a short break, then I've got some announcements of things that are coming up this weekend. We're going to have, let's just throw it in here, the bowl-a-thon. We're going to bowl for the band, and that's going to raise money for our Franklin County High School band. I had some students on from the band a few weeks ago, and they are excellent. I don't know if you have a music program, if it's your school or not, But these guys were great. And that's going to come up this coming, it's not going to be on until March the 16th. You guys might want to go out and bowl from noon to 3 p.m. $12 per person, includes your shoes, 2 games, and a raffle ticket. And that is at the bowling alley right there on North Main Street. And all proceeds will benefit the Franklin County High School Band.
Nice.
So that's something you all would like to do. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. We got a few announcements for you, so we'll be right back. Well, Brody was just telling me if you are heading down 40 towards Rocky Mount, there has been an accident. Traffic is kind of tied up right there, kind of at the Redwood Minute Market. So you might want to take a different route to go to Rocky Mount this morning, or you may allow a time, if you have to be someplace on time, allow for that because the traffic is kind of tied up out here right at the moment. All right, we do want to remind you every Friday night, there is going to be a fish fry up at Ferrum College at 445 Ferrum Mountain Road. It is from 4:30 until 8 o'clock. It is your fish, your sides, your dessert, and your salad bar and drink for $12. And that is a great deal. That is a wonderful, wonderful deal for $12, trust me. Out of Booker T. Washington, there is going to be a legacy dinner Saturday, March 23rd. From 5 to 8 p.m. It will be at the W.E. Skelton 4-H Center on Hermitage Road in Wirtz. The featured speaker is going to be Dr. Sarah Washington O'Neill Rush. She is the great-granddaughter of Booker T. Washington. I think this would be fabulous to hear her speak. Other events include a silent auction, music, and door prizes. Donations will support the operations and scholarship of the Booker T. Washington. Tickets are $30 for members and $35 for non-members. So you might want to get tickets to go to that to hear her speak. I think that would be lovely. Be the steward of the children. Franklin County, Pennsylvania County Court appointed special advocacy, which is known as CASA, program is recruiting volunteers to serve as advocates for children in our region. The volunteer must be 21 years of age, possess mature judgment, and have the ability to communicate effectively both orally and in writing. We are looking for individuals who have a sincere concern for the well-being of children. The initial training consists of 40 hours of on-site training and 2 hours of courtroom observation. Background and reference checks are required. All CASA volunteers are asked to commit to 5 to 10 hours a month to be prepared to testify at court for hearings. This training will start on Wednesday, March the 6th. That's coming up day after tomorrow at 5:30 at the Southern Virginia Child Advocacy Center in Rocky Mount. And if you cannot make it in person to the information session, individuals can log into the meeting through a virtual platform. Training for the spring session begins March 27th at 5:30 p.m. and will be held at the Southern Virginia Child Advocacy Center located at 300 South Main Street in Rocky Mount. For more information on CASA and all of our service programs, refer to our website, this is all one word, southernvacac.org, or call 540-484-5566 for more information. All right, you want to get your tickets for the charity fashion show that's going to be held on March the 15th. And this is going to be at the Pig River Community Center at 2410 South Main Street. The doors will open at 6 p.m. Dinner is served at 6:45. This is going to be put on by Tinks of Westlake and Rocky Mount Boutique. And this is a charity fashion show that will benefit the Stepping Stone Mission in Rocky Mount. So you want to get your tickets. They are available at Tinks Boutique on Booker T. Washington, at Tinks in Rocky Mount on Franklin Street, Stepping Stone Mission there on North Main Street, or the Redwood Community Market at 3421 Old Franklin Turnpike in Glade Hill. So that is coming up. There will also be a quilt raffle. Those raffle tickets are $5 a piece, and this beautiful quilt was donated by Tilly Thompson, and it is a king-size quilt, and what a deal if you can win that for $5. So the more tickets you get, the more chances you have to win. That's what I always say. All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was delightful to have our faculty, some of our faculty members and students from Dudley Elementary. They are wonderful kids. One little girl just, bless her heart, I think she thought it was going to bite her, but she was smiling by the end of the show. That is so sweet. And it was such good experience for them to be on a TV show, and they get to go and they can watch it then on Facebook or watch it later today when we air this show again at 2:30 and at 5 o'clock. Well, thank you again for joining us. And again, if you're traveling towards Rocky Mount on 40, there may be a little backup of traffic. There has been an accident around the area of the Redwood Minute Market. So choose another way to get to Rocky Mount if you need to be there on time, or just allow time because you may get tied up in traffic. Thank you again for joining us this morning. We'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll see you then.